President Donald Trump has publicly called for the immediate resignation of Intel's CEO, Lip-Bu Tan. The demand, made on social media, follows a letter from Republican Senator Tom Cotton to Intel's board expressing concern over Tan's alleged ties to China. Cotton's letter raised questions about Tan's past investments in Chinese companies, including some with reported links to the Chinese military, and his previous leadership role at Cadence Design Systems, a company that faced legal issues for violating US export controls by selling products to a Chinese university on a restricted list. Trump's call for Tan to step down has sent ripples through the market, with Intel's stock dropping. The situation highlights the ongoing tension between the US and China over technology and national security, especially concerning the semiconductor industry. This is also seen as part of the broader America First agenda to boost domestic manufacturing and reduce reliance on foreign entities. Intel has stated that it and its CEO are deeply committed to US national security and its role in the domestic defense ecosystem. Trump's call for Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan to resign is rooted in concerns over Tan's alleged ties to China. The demand followed a letter from Senator Tom Cotton to Intel's board, highlighting potential conflicts of interest. Reasons for the call to resign. The primary reasons for Trump's demand are centered on national security and economic concerns related to China's growing technological influence. Ties to Chinese companies. Senator Cotton's letter alleged that Lip-Bu Tan has extensive business connections in China, including control of dozens of Chinese companies and stakes in hundreds of advanced manufacturing and chip firms. Links to the Chinese military. The letter further claimed that at least 8 of these companies have ties to the People's Liberation Army, raising serious national security concerns. Prior violations. The controversy is also fueled by the fact that Tan was the CEO of a previous company, Cadence Design Systems, which pleaded guilty to illegally exporting controlled technology to a Chinese military university. US taxpayer funds. Intel is a major recipient of federal funding from the CHIPS Act, which aims to boost domestic semiconductor manufacturing. Critics argue that a CEO with these alleged ties shouldn't be in charge of a company receiving significant US taxpayer dollars for a critical national security industry. The immediate consequence of Donald Trump's demand for Intel's CEO to resign was a sharp drop in the company's stock price. The public call made on social media created a ripple of uncertainty among investors about Intel's leadership and stability. This market reaction occurred even as the broader tech-heavy Nasdaq index was gaining ground, highlighting the specific impact of Trump's statement. Beyond the financial markets, the situation has ignited a political and corporate firestorm. Intel, a major recipient of federal funds from the CHIPS Act, is now under intense scrutiny regarding its leadership and its ties to China. The controversy puts pressure on Intel's board to either defend their CEO or take action. It also raises broader questions about the appropriate role of political figures in corporate governance and the potential for such public statements to create a chilling effect on business. The incident underscores the ongoing geopolitical tensions over semiconductor technology and national security, with companies like Intel caught in the middle of a strategic rivalry between the US and China. In response to Trump's call for his resignation, Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan has defended his leadership and denied any wrongdoing. Tan sent a memo to all Intel employees, pushing back against what he called misinformation and reaffirming his commitment to US national security. He also stated that he has always operated within the highest legal and ethical standards. Potential solutions. Intel's board of directors can publicly support their CEO, as they have already indicated. They could also conduct an internal review of the allegations to reassure stakeholders. Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan could fully divest from any remaining Chinese companies if he hasn't already. He could also provide a public, transparent accounting of his past and current investments to address the national security concerns directly. The US government, specifically the administration and Congress, could engage in a dialogue with Intel to review the facts of the case. A formal investigation could be initiated to determine if any national security risks exist. A middle ground solution could involve a strict, binding agreement where Intel agrees to heightened oversight from the US government in exchange for continued federal funding and the CEO staying in his position. This would allow Intel to maintain its leadership while satisfying the government's concerns.